Thank you for watching, everyone. I've been listening to a large part of the congressional hearing today and the testimony of convicted felon Michael Cohen. And I have heard enough to draw the opinion that Michael Cohen is not credible. Besides the fact that he's been convicted of bank fraud, tax fraud, campaign finance fraud, and he's still being investigated by the Southern District of New York for other crimes, and that he's pled guilty, and that he's due to enter federal prison in May, and that he plea bargained to get a lesser sentence, which is still 3 years. And given the fact that he's just on record as being involved in shady personal business deals, and the fact that he actually stated under oath that he will accept, wealth and making money from book deals and movie deals when he gets out of prison, and that he will be, selling his story basically, which brings up questions about his testimony and why he's doing it, and why he's taken such an about face with President Trump. And certainly brings up questions about whether or not he should be believed. All of that alone is enough of a reason, I think, not to believe him. Putting aside the fact that he's a convicted liar. But the real clincher for me, the one issue that really has made me, it seems glaring to me that he is not credible, is the fact that he has stated that the reason he has turned on President Trump after a 10-year relationship with Trump is because President Trump is a racist. President Trump has something against black men and women. He points to comments that President Trump made during the Charlottesville riot, which have been completely twisted out of proportion. And I think that it's obvious that anyone who knows President Trump and who observed him both personally and as a public figure knows that he's got nothing against black people. I mean, this is just a big lie. The New York Times is going to do a story, in fact, on the Trump organization during the campaign, where they were going to go in and try to investigate his offices with the idea that they'd find it populated primarily by white guys who had the high-level positions. And what they discovered was quite the opposite, that it's one of the most diverse companies you can find, and that women and minorities are holding high-level positions in the Trump organization, and that he promotes people and demotes people based upon merit more so than probably most other organizations of its size. So this is obviously a lie, and he says, he's made racist statements. He can't corroborate that. And anyone who's, there's no evidence of it at all. And the people who know him have contradicted that and said they've never heard that in all the years they've known him. But the reason I bring that up as the keystone to understanding the lack of credibility for Michael Cohen is that this is a play toward the hardcore, true blue Trump haters. Because this is an article of faith for them. This is the basis of their entire hate-filled agenda against President Trump, so hateful that they would hold these hearings at a time when President Trump is in Vietnam negotiating with the North Korean dictator for possible disarmament or denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. They don't care about that. In fact, they probably will hope that doesn't happen because it would help Trump. They're interested in bringing up this convicted felon, this liar, this sleazy lawyer, to testify as if he can have anything to say that would have a shred of honesty about his former boss, whom he looks back at with anger. And that Michael Cohen is just trying to ease his problems, because he is going to go to prison, and possibly set himself up for a big fat payday with a book deal by playing on this card. This is like catnip to the left-wing Trump haters. He's got something against black people. He made a statement that indicates that he has something against black people. There's no corroboration for it. It's obviously a lie. And the fact that he's saying that and doing that should be evidence enough to any reasonable person that he has no credibility at all. Thank you for watching.